Agenda business, public comment?
No public. No public comment.
All right. Minutes from our last meeting, we have minutes from our April 6th meeting. Sal, you make a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the April 6th meeting as submitted.
Motion on the floor is to approve the minutes from our April 6th meeting as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, reports. Sheriff, you got anything?
Just found out earlier this morning that I have one of my deputies resigning. He's going to go back to college and explore another career. So,
Did you hear that?
His last day's the 30th.
Siler?
of
What
April.
was that, Neil?
He has a deputy resigning, going back to college.
Oh, who is it?
Deputy Wolf.
Jim Wolf.
Well, I hate to see him leave, but I'm glad he's continuing his education.
Yeah.
Yep. That was my thought as well.
Brandon, anything?
Nothing to report.
Anything? All right. Correspondence, is there any correspondence? Okay, announcements is our next meeting will be May the 4th. We all should come in our Star Wars attire. Here in this meeting room at 1:30. All right, items for discussion and action. First one is consider approval of levy rates for fiscal year 2024. Do you know, Phyllis was gonna come over? All right, so, again, this year, we are going to keep, the rate at the same rate as it was last year, 14.07. We set our budgets up like that, and the budget's been approved. So everything's good now, so now we're just finalizing the levy rate for this coming year. So do we have a motion to approve the levy rate for the fiscal year 2024 as submitted, keeping it the same rate?
I'll make a motion to approve the levy rate for fiscal year 2024 as presented.
All right, so we're going to have a motion on the floor to keep the levy rates, for fiscal year 2024 at the same rate, 14.07. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. So that needs to be in the paper that, again, the commission has kept, the levy rate as the same as years prior. Due to, the fiscal responsibility of all elected officials that we've had, we were able to keep our budget in line, so we didn't need to do anything with the levy rates. All right, consider approval of the VOCA grant. I think we do this like every other meeting.
It hasn't been that often. Good morning, my name is Mindy Planakis. I've assumed the role of Victim Services Coordinator in the prosecutor's office, replacing Allison Smoke. She's moving out of state. I've worked as the juvenile coordinator for the past 2 years, and I look forward to this new challenge. Today, I'm actually here to ask you to consider the revised budget for the 2022-23 VOCA grant, which now reflects the actual federal funds that have been awarded, and then also your approval of the federal VOCA grant contracts. If you remember, when the grant was first presented, there was to be a decrease in federal funds, which would be supplemented by the state. So what I'm presenting today includes the revised amount of the federal funds. The total budget is $59,564, which includes $26,193 in federal funds, $19,835 in state funds, and then $13,536 from the county commission, which covers the cost of benefits like medical, retirement, Social Security, and all. And then I'd just like to give you a quick glance at what some of the work Allison and I did during the month of March. We provided services to 70 victims, 11 being new victims. We attended case review hearings at 3 different agencies. We distributed brochures relating to the victims' needs, and we attended the Sexual Assault and Stalking Symposium sponsored by the Foundation of Rape Information and Services. So I'd just like to thank you for your ongoing support of this position and your continued assistance in meeting the needs of the Randolph County victims.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Chris, do we have a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the VOCA grant as submitted.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the VOCA grant as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you for what you do. Is that what I need to sign?
Thank you. There's a whole bunch of places if you just wanna sign it later and
All right.
send it up to me.
I'll give it to Brett.
Okay,
All right,
that'd be
thank you.
good. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
All right, next is to review the audit of fiscal year 2022. So we had our audit, and this year we went back to the state to do the audit for us, where we had an outside agency for the past couple of years to do our audit. We had very minor, minute things that they found, just like one was like where we were given the COVID money, well, the ARPA funds, right? And we dispersed them to, we did a lot of disbursements to infrastructure projects like the Midland Water. So we just have to, they just noted that we need to make sure that we follow up with Midland Water and have them like come to the meeting and make sure that they explain to us exactly how and document how the money was spent. So we'll be doing that with all the water companies that we gave the money to. We'll be following back up with them to provide us details, and then also come to a meeting and give us an update on the funding. So, but besides that, it was a clean bill of health from the auditors again. So we're very happy with that. So do I have that was just
Just
there's
a review.
There's no action taken on it. We just want to let everybody know that we're caught up on our audits, because we were a couple years behind a couple years ago. We were 1 year, we had to do 2 audits in 1 year. So now we're caught up. And again, we had the state do the audit for us, and basically a clean bill of health just for minor discrepancies. All right, so next item on the agenda is consider approval of payment for the pool chemicals. All right, so the next couple items on the agenda is we're getting down to the wire on our opening of the pool, which is again scheduled for the Saturday before Memorial Day. The Friday before, we're having a ribbon cutting ceremony at 2 o'clock. All elected officials are invited to attend.
What Friday is that, Dave?
It's the
22nd, I think.
22nd, I think. Let me look real fast.
26th. The 26th.
26.
2 o'clock. And then we'll open on the 27th, and I think they open the pool at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock on weekends.
I think it's 11.
And so it'll be open then on Saturday and Sunday. So again, we're winding down, getting to the nitty gritty. Like we just got a message today that they'll be starting the murals on this Thursday. And I mean, if you haven't seen the pictures of them, I'll show you pictures. They're just amazing what she's gonna be doing to that, to the bathhouse, and then later to the pump house. The pump house is coming next round, because we just applied for a grant to pay for that. So today, the first one is payment for pool chemicals to get the pool started up. We have a bill from Citco Water in the amount of $425 and $515 for the pool chemicals. So do I have a motion to pay Citco Water for their 2 invoices?
Yeah, I'll make a motion for the payments of Citco Water in the amounts of $425 and $515 for pool chemicals to be taken from hotel motel.
All right, and do these need stamps and put in the bill thing?
No, those will go to Kathy for payment.
Just directly to her?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so the motion on the floor is to approve the payment to Citco Water, amount of $425 and $515 for the pool chemicals to get the pool started up. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Next one, we have payment for a point of sale system for the pool and splash pad. So in the concession stand area, we made a modification because people come through the bathhouse to get into the pool, and we're going to have a half door on the entrance to the concession stand so that the employees can stay in the concession area as people walk by to pay for the pool. So to keep an accurate accounting of the money, and also just accurate where people are coming from to visit our pool. We want the Elks is going to be providing us data on that. So we looked around and found a POS system that will help them do that. And it costs $2,200. So do I have a motion to approve the purchase of the point of sale system for the pool and splash pad?
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of the point of sale system for the pool splash pad in the amount of $2,200 to be taken from hotel motel.
So motion on the floor is to approve the point of sale purchase for the pool and splash pad amount of $2,200. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Because it's very important, I wanna make sure that we know exactly where these people are coming from. Because a lot of people from Randolph County go to Parsons, they go to, Buchanan, they go to Weston, they go to Bridgeport, so that we can get an accurate, read on where people are coming from, to visit our pool and splash pad. And the point of sale system will help them achieve all of this. Next is consider approval of payment application, pay application number 8 for the pool and splash pad project, and this will be to Dan Hill Construction. This is for QS. This one is our next payment, and again, they were supposed to, I need to go up there, we're having a meeting Friday actually, but the splash pad fixtures were supposed to arrive Monday, and hopefully have them installed by Friday, by the time we get up there for our meeting on Friday. But I drove up there last night, and the fencing, they've got almost all the fencing installed around the splash pad and around the pool. And the landscaper,
Terra Flora.
with Matt Davis is doing all the landscaping around the project, so he was, seeding, and they'll be, sodding, like the little bank area where they can lay out with their blankets. And, so there's a lot going on, up there. And our next pay application to Dan Hill is $181,253.43. So do I have a motion to pay application number 8 for the pool splash pad project?
I'll make a motion to approve pay application number 8 for the pool splash pad project in the amount of $181,253.43 from community development.
All right, so, I have a motion on the floor to approve the pay application number 8 for pool splash pad, $181,253.43 to be taken from our community development line. This is a line that we've been, budgeting, basically since I took office to, establish this pool. And it continued to roll over year until we, able to, spend the money on the project this year, so. Do we have any further discussion about, payment of the pay application number 8? All in favor of the motion? Aye. All right. Next is consider approval of purchase for the dog warden. Do you wanna talk about vehicle for the dog warden?
Yeah, we, went up and picked out a, 2023 Ram, Bighorn. It's a crew cab, 4-wheel drive, truck. The one we have is starting to get some high mileage and having some problems with oil consumption. There's supposed to be a fix for it at Ford, but we're not sure if that's gonna actually take care of the problem or not. So we looked at the new truck, and, they cut about $5,000 off of the, price for us. So looking forward to getting it marked up and getting it on the road.
All right, so, this is something we've been talking about. We have money in our, courthouse equipment line that we had budgeted, for vehicles. We still have money in that, this current budget cycle, not next year's budget cycle. So we're gonna be spending, $49,435 on a new vehicle. So you have a motion to approve the vehicle purchase for the dog warden?
I'll make a motion to approve the vehicle purchase for the dog warden in the amount of $49,435 to be taken from the courthouse equipment.
All right, so the motion on the floor is to approve the vehicle purchase for the dog warden, amount of $49,435 taken from our courthouse equipment line. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I've had the check here. Do you want me to drop it by Ford Land, or you want to bring it to you and you take care of it, or what?
If you wanna take it by Ford Land and sign off on everything, then I'll tell them I'll pick it up in the morning. I'll pick the truck up in the morning.
All right.
So I got another meeting at 6:30, so I don't know, or 5:30, I'm not sure if I can get there this evening to pick it up or not, so I just do it in the morning.
Who are you talking to up there?
Bob Scott.
Bob Scott?
Yeah.
All right. Next item, still under the purchase of the dog warden's vehicle, we're looking for a topper and lighting for the dog warden vehicle. You wanna talk about it?
Yeah, Ron was gonna go and get a estimate for a topper, something that's equivalent to what we have on the truck we have now, plus a new lighting system, for emergency lights for this, for the new vehicle. The estimate he come up with was $4,224.
Yeah, I have the quote here. So do we have a motion to approve the purchase of the topper for the dog warden's vehicle?
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of the topper and lighting for the dog warden vehicle in the amount of $4,224 taken from courthouse equipment.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the purchase of the topper and lighting for the dog warden vehicle, the new dog warden vehicle, in the amount of $4,224 taken from courthouse equipment. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, and then the last for the dog warden's vehicle is the decals.
Yeah, Ron had actually come up with a really nice design himself. He got online and kind of worked around and made some ideas and some stuff. Actually gonna look really nice. And he got a quote for that for $400, which I thought was a really good price for the size of the decals and everything that has to be done in the truck. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the quote for decals on the dog warden vehicle in the amount of $400.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the quote for the decals for the dog warden vehicle in the amount of $400. Any further discussion?
That'll be taken out of courthouse equipment as well.
Taken out of courthouse equipment. Any further discussion?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next item on the agenda is consider approval quote for replacement of the door in the community corrections office. We've been struggling with this door on the back, right, of the community corrections building, and also one, where the wind catches it. So we've got a quote from Talbot Glass, to fix the back door, and that's $5,738, and then to keep the wind from catching the new door and causing damage, they've got a concealed door stop, which will go in the top channel of the door, and that's $925. We've been, I'm sure our maintenance guys will love this because they've been struggling with those doors for a while. So do I have a motion to approve the quote for the new door for Community Corrections Office in the amount of $6,663 we're taking from other buildings and other improvement line?
I'll make a motion to approve the quote for a new door for the community corrections office in the amount of $6,663 to be taken from other buildings, other improvements.
So motion.
Sixes in that.
Yeah. Motion on the floor is to approve the quote for the new door for the community corrections, $6,663. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Last item on the agenda is consider approval of payment to the veterinarian services. This was, we've already paid one, but this was, animals that were not part, the same case, but animals that were not from the initial roundup, whatever you wanna say. But when they went back, there was more, 7 cats that was, in 1 dog mass removal. So, and then one had an eye removal. Sad, just sad.
It had a what?
And she's got last 7 cats for exams and spays. One had a spay because of infection. One had an eye removal, and then there was a dog that had a mass that had to be removed. So those bills now total $2,126.71. So do you have a motion to approve the payment to Allegheny Veterinary Service in the amount of $2,126.71?
I'll make a motion to approve payment to veterinary services in the amount of $2,126.71 to be taken from the courthouse contractual.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor to approve the payment to the Allegheny Veterinary Services, the amount of $2,126.71 to be taken from our courthouse contractual line. Again, this is the case that we're still ongoing, where they had, how many animals? Was like 100 animals?
It was close to
50 animals that were
60,
live.
I think, close to 60 animals.
Yeah, that were alive, and then so many dead.
Yeah.
So again, you have one that we have to spay because of infection, one had to have an eye removed, and a dog had a mass that had to be removed. Just sad. All right, so any further discussion?
Yeah, that's all that had to be done.
Yeah, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, so final settlements and counties. We have 2 final settlements, Chris.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the two final settlements as submitted.
Motion on the floor is to approve the two final settlements as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We have one budget revision. It's from the prosecuting attorney's office. It's for his computer equipment line he needs to increase. So it's a state budget revision for the amount of $4,500. Commissioner Keesling, aye. Commissioner Siler?
Aye.
All right. Division of property and erroneous assessments.
One division
We have one division of properties
and non-regs.
and 9 erroneous assessments. So have a motion to approve the one division of property.
I'll make a motion to approve the one division of property as submitted.
Motion on the floor is to approve the one division of property as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We have 9 erroneous assessments.
I'll make a motion to approve the 9 erroneous assessments as submitted.
Motion on the floor is to approve the 9 erroneous assessments as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, next one is, distressed properties, and we have a settlement? Is that
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So what was it about now?
So that's where we did a cleanup, and the lady who owns the property has agreed to make payments for it.
Okay. So, do we have a motion to approve the settlement and release, from claims on, which property is this?
It's the Harmon property.
The Harmon property?
Mhm.
So do you have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the settlement from the Harmon property to release the claim.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the settlement for the Harmon property and releasing of all claims. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Fire fees, we have, I had them here. 11 fire fees.
I'll make a motion to approve 11 fire fees as submitted.
Motion on the floor is to approve the 11 fire fees as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Payment of the bills. All right, Chris, I got it from